If you've ever seen this boat before, you're in a very small minority. If you think you've ever seen a boat like it, you're probably mistaken. That's because this boat is unique among a class of unique sailing boats, the catboats.
This is sort of an eclectic group of people who sail eclectic boats, and it's kind of like herding cats. They don't want too much organization, but they want enough to keep it together.
And what Mark Kruder is keeping together is the long cruise of the Chesapeake Catboat Association, which coastal residents may have noted over the past week along the lower shore. Catboats are unusual because of their sails, which are larger than those found on much larger sailboats. They're also unusual because the mast is set at the front of the boat. And people who sail catboats are unusual because they're unusual people.
Okay, I gotta ask you something. What is your name, sir?
John Brown.
So rumors that you are a moldering in your grave are exaggerated.
What did Twain say? Rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated.
That's exactly what he said. This guy's name. What's your name, sir?
Butler Smythe.
Butler Smythe?
Yeah.
Boy, that's a sailor's name. That's the guy that wrote Poor People I've Met While Sailing, isn't it?
Might be.
Yeah.
I was a flight officer, actually called an ECMO, Electronic Countermeasures Officer. Flew in EA-6Bs.
You were an ECMO.
Yeah, I was an ECMO.
Now we just let them handle
Yeah,
catboats.
most people have never met ECMO.
John Brown, Butler Smythe, Commodore Kruder and Company spent the past week poking around the shore. They sailed up the Nanticoke River and stayed at Vienna, where they received a fine welcome.
They helped us with our lines. They were very friendly. They gave us the walking tour map of the town. They told us where we could get ice, where we could get fuel.
On Thursday morning, they sailed back to the main harbor for this trip down at Dames Quarter, where they were warmly received by their gracious host, Mr. Larry Antonick.
Quite interesting people all the way around. Professional people. They get out here and enjoy this, and this is their passion.
They were looking for peace and quiet, was what I gathered.
Yeah. Well, they got it down here in Menai Bay.
What a quaint little village.
Yeah. You gonna rate it later?
Rate it? I don't think we want to tell people on the other side of the bay what it's like to live over here. You want to keep them on the other side of the bay.
Which kind of got me to thinking as I watched this flotilla of rugged individuals that these were in fact refugees fleeing from the world of financial planning, defense contracting, doctoring, and lawyering to a world that is bigger and more powerful than the humans that are in it. And by the way, why is this the catboat among catboats, the one that is different from all the others in the world? It's because this one, the Muskrat, has 2 masts, not 1, and carries more sail than probably any other catboat its size in the world.
What do you do when you're not sailing?
I'm a sailmaker.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you make these sails?
I did.
How are they holding up?
Well, I better tell you they're good. They're holding up fine.
There's one final aspect to this story, and it has to do with Father's Day. These guys will sail 10 hours straight through the wind and waves just to get to a place where they can do the one thing that all men dream of most of all, take a nap. So even if old Dad doesn't have a catboat to get him there, that doesn't mean he can't have a cat nap. Happy Father's Day. Charles Paparella, WBOC News.